Now, where are you from?
I'm from Duval County, that's Jacksonville, Florida.
Still living there?
Nah.
Where do you live now?
I live in Atlanta and Miami.
Oh, okay. How old were you when you left Jacksonville?
About 16.
And what came first, Miami or Atlanta?
Atlanta.
And what was the reasoning for going to Atlanta? What was the reasoning for going to Miami?
Atlanta, you know, it was my people idea. You know, they just wanted to move from the city because, you know what I'm saying, it was crazy where I'm from, you feel me? I mean, just like any other hood, you feel me? Killing, you know what I'm saying, robbing. And there was too much going on, you feel me? So my people decided to move, and I was getting in trouble a lot, you feel me? Getting locked up, you know what I'm saying? I was still a juvie, so I was going to DDC, that in Duval, that Duval Detention Center. So, you know what I'm saying, I was getting locked up, you know what I'm saying, and my people, they decided to want to leave. And I left, you feel me? But I was still coming back and forth, though. You know what I'm saying? And every time I come back to Jacksonville, I get in trouble again. So I just ended up staying in Atlanta for a minute. But what made me go to Miami, Strong Arm, you know what I'm saying, Freezer, that Strong Arm, that what they represent right here, you feel me? It's a label, you feel me? He reached out to me. And you know, that's what it was. And I went out there and I've been there.
So, how old were you when you went to Miami?
Probably about 18.
Okay, so 16 you moved from Jacksonville to Atlanta for maybe behavioral or trying to stay out of trouble.
Right.
Then 18 you go to Miami because of more of like a business move, music industry move,
right,
that sort of thing. Now, do you still visit Jacksonville?
Yeah.
How often do you go back? Do you still got family there?
Yeah, I'm always in Duval, man. That's my hometown, you feel me?
You got a lot of love at the Duval Diamond Awards recently.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Now, okay, what was it like for you growing up in Jacksonville? Paint the picture for us.
Crab pot, you know what I'm saying? The struggle, that dirty, you feel me? That dirty, man, you know what I'm saying? Everything that got something to do with the struggle, you know what I'm saying, getting it out the mud, that's what it was like, you feel me? Anything that come with that, that's what it was.
Was it rough?
Yeah. Anything would come with that dirty, that's what it was.
What was your roughest moment growing up?
Losing my daddy. And before I lost him not even being around. So, you know, that was my worst moment right there, you feel me? Because, you know what I'm saying, he already wasn't around. And that's what had me acting out a whole lot, you feel me? And my stepdaddy, he came and he was doing everything my real daddy was supposed to do. But, you know, I wanted my real daddy, so I used to brush him away when I should have been giving him all the credit, you feel me? And, you know, after a while, me getting in trouble and acting out because I wanted my real daddy, I just let go because I was like, it's all good, because when I get older, I know me and him going to become closer. You feel me? I was like, me and him going to become closer when I get older, so I'm going to let it go. I ain't gonna let it weigh on me. I ain't going to be mad. I ain't going to be hurt, because when I get older, we going to become closer. Well, when I got older, he passed away. So that was like my only dream, my only goal, you feel me? Because I grew up, I always lived for the moment. But when I finally had a goal and a plan, it all crashed on me, so, you know.
How did he pass?
His brain started bleeding, man. High blood pressure and things like that. Yeah.
He died young?
To the world, to the streets, he was young.
Mm.
Yeah.
How did you hear about his death? Was it immediate?
I was in Atlanta. I was in Georgia. Not Atlanta at the moment. I was in Georgia for a little minute, a part of Georgia. When I got the call, my sister told me. She texted me and told me. And that's when I called my cousin. And I said, you heard something about my daddy dying? I texted him and asked him, did he hear something about my daddy dying? And he straight called me. And he told me my daddy was gone, you feel me? And it crushed me.
How did you cope with that?
I mean,
The death of a father.
what helped me is knowing that I had other brothers and sisters going through the same thing that I was going through, because that was all our daddy, you feel me? And it was like, I ain't alone. So, you know, it was like, that's what helped me. And then knowing that I got the power to help everybody else be strong. So, you know, that's what helped me out. That's what helped me to keep going and to stay with a positive mind, you feel me?
How old were you when he passed away?
My dad was
No, how old were you?
I mean, my bad. I was 16 when my dad died.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like 16.
Now, what do you say to somebody maybe going through a similar age and having to deal with the death of their father? What's some advice?
What
would you tell them?
I mean, I know it hurt, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You not them. No matter how much it hurt, you not them, man. It's always somebody out here looking up to you. So no matter what you're going through, you gotta stay strong. You got to, you feel me? You gotta always speak positive, you know what I'm saying? Because it's people who need you out here, for real. Even if you feel like you ain't nobody, or you feel like you lost it all, like you ain't got nothing else to live for, that's a lie. Because it's people who really, if you do something crazy, they'll do something crazy. You do something right, they gonna do something right because they go off of you feel me? And that's something I knew.
Growing up, what type of student were you in school?
I was a good student, man. You know what I'm saying? I always been smart, but at the same time, it's like growing up in the hood. When you grow up in the hood, it's like, and you grow up in the hood and you seeing your big homies riding around in donks, you know what I'm saying? And they got all the money and this and that. It's like, it make you feel like you them, you feel me? Not knowing what come with it, you feel me? So, you know, in school, I was good, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I started getting in a lot of trouble, you feel me?
And you went to jail at 16.
Yo, I done been kicked out of school, went to alternative school. When I went to the alternative school, I got in trouble there the first week, sneaking in the girl's bathroom. That's all I needed, you know what I'm saying? I heard we going, because the alternative school was almost like jail. We can't bring nothing in there. We get searched as soon as we come in. We strict, we can't do nothing. They ain't got, I'm talking about the food different. It was just like jail. That was like the step away from jail. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, but I heard it was girls there. So, you know, with me, I'm like, okay, that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? I'ma still, anywhere I go, I'ma still make my own way. You feel me? I don't only go off what the rules people make. That ain't me, you feel me? That ain't me.
This all happened while you were in Jacksonville?
Right.
So you go to Atlanta. Do you still enroll back into school when you go to Atlanta, or do you drop out of high school?
I went to a school called Drop Back In. When I was staying in Atlanta, but I went back to Duval.
Oh, okay.
And I started going to a school called Drop Back In. I dropped out of that. I went to another Drop Back In, dropped out of that, and from there, that's when I knew, like, I ain't going back.
So you dropped out of high school completely?
Right.
What grade?
The 9th grade.
Never got your GED?
Nah, but I don't know at all. Anybody who know me know what time it is. Street smart, book smart, all that. Could read, anything, straight up.
Now, after you drop out of high school, and looking back, do you regret that decision? Do you wish you would have finished high school?
Yo, I wish I would have finished it, because, I mean, I could always go and get my diploma or GED and all that type of stuff. It ain't never too late for all that. But what made me regret it is, like, when I go to my little sister's school or my little brother's school, it's like the feeling of being in school. It's like, man, I miss it. And I can't get that time again, you feel me? I can't get that time again, you feel me? I could always go to somebody's school and visit or something, but me being in school, I can't get that time. So that's what made me regret it. And also, when your little sister or your little brother, they done passed the grade that you dropped out, it make you feel like less of a man in a way, you feel me? When they the ones who look up to you. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I regret about it. But you know what I'm saying? Everything good.
What was your parents' reaction when you finally decided to drop out of high school completely?
They ain't like it, you feel me? My mama done taught me right, you feel me? They raised me right. They wasn't with that. That was the decision I chose, you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
After you drop out, do you go into taking music seriously right away, or is there some time you're doing something else before you go and take the music seriously?
Nah, I had them, you know what I'm saying? I was in the streets, you feel me? That's why I dropped out. Because I was in the street hustling and, you know what I'm saying, doing all kind of things, you feel me?
The streets is very risky.
Right.
Was that an unavoidable avenue? Could you have made another decision instead of going that route? Why choose the streets? Why go that route?
I told you, I mean, influence. When you grow up in that, like I was saying, when you grow up in an area like that, it's hard in a way, you feel me? But at the same time, that's not an excuse, you feel me? So everybody out there listening, that ain't no excuse. Just because you around it don't mean you gotta be like that. Cause you got your own mind, you feel me? And whatever your mind tell you, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it, you feel me? So you ain't gotta do that just cause this person doing it. It ain't about that, you feel me? You got your own mind. You know what your heart wanna do straight up.
Any regrets dealing with the streets, or was it worth it?
Nah, it wasn't worth it, man. Cause for everything from the streets, I ain't had nothing from it after a while. You know what I'm saying? After a while later, all the little money I made from the street, I ain't got it. You feel me? I mean, I got a little money now from doing positive things. You feel me? But from the streets, I ain't got nothing. I done lost homeboys, some in jail, some dead, and I done lost people who still here. And when I say that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? They turned on me. So that's how they lost.
Now, what do you say to somebody watching this in a similar situation? Let's say they're about to finish high school.
Right.
They have one foot in school,
Shout
one
out to
foot
my brother.
in the streets.
I have my brother right there.
What do you tell a person like that? High school's about to end, they got to choose the next decision in their life. One foot in, one foot out. What do you tell that person?
Finish that school, right? Finish it. Because whatever on the outside is going to be there. It's going to be there, you feel me? That's going to be there forever. It's going to be there. The world crazy, you know that's going to be there. But like I was saying, you ain't going to get that time again to be in school. You ain't. That's not going to be there. So finish that while you got the chance.
Any jobs growing up?
Yeah, I had one job.
What was that?
I worked at Cospar, and it's crazy how I got that job. All my life growing up, I heard my dad ain't never had a job, you know what I'm saying, and all this. So I always thought I was gonna be the same way, you feel me? And plus, I always knew how to hustle, shoot dice, and gamble. I always knew how to do all that, so I ain't see no other way to get money besides what I was doing, you feel me? And but yeah, man. So that's how I thought I was gonna end up. But it's crazy how I ended up getting a job, man. One of my big homies from the hood, man, he ended up becoming a manager at the Cospar. You feel me? He ended up becoming a manager. And also, my dad ain't have his license, none of that. So I always felt like I wasn't gonna have my license either. If I got a car, I'm gonna drive. I don't need a license. But I ended up getting my license. I'm finna tell you how everything just connected together with kind of like forced me to do the opposite. It was like one of my big homies, he was the manager, and he was like, yeah, I could get you a job. Because around that time, I was like, I'm trying to do right, man. I need a little job. And he was like, yo, all you got to do is, you know what I'm saying? I can put you on. Yo, you need a job. I can do it. I was like, bet. He was like, I was right in the door to get the job, and then I needed my license. He was like, you ain't got your license? I'm like, no. He was like, you get that, you got a job right now. And I was like, right there. I could have gave up, like, man, I don't want this, man. That's too much. That's too much to do. I end up going, taking a little test, man. I failed it because I thought I knew, like, because I knew how to drive. I knew it, but it's like when you looking at the paper and doing all that, like, it's way different than the real life because they got all kind of questions. But I failed it the first time. Failed it the second time, then I was like, okay, I need to study. I went studied, came back the third time, and I passed. Got my license.
And got the job.
Yeah, and got the job.
Tough job or no?
When it's busy, it's a tough job. Yeah, especially when it's cold. Yeah.
Quit that job, got fired from it, what happened?
Yeah, I got fired.
Why?
I ain't want to work, man. After, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, man, I was making more money than this, man, and this ain't what my heart want to do, man. I started coming in when I wanted, you know what I'm saying, and when I came, when I was there, you know what I'm saying, I ain't know this how it went. When I had that job, and that was in Jacksonville, then I moved to Atlanta. I was at that job in Jacksonville like 2 months, and I'm like, God, when I get my first job, we finna move to Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? We finna move. But when I went to Atlanta, they transferred it to that car spot there, and I had everybody there, man. I was doing all kind of things on the side, man, making a little money. And I had everybody there gambling. They wasn't even doing all that before I came there. I had everybody gambling every day. Now they getting in trouble, you know what I'm saying? But me coming in late and all that, you feel me? They got tired of it and they fired.
Any crazy stories dealing with that job? Anything out of the norm?
No, I don't really see no crazy stories, but I could say I had a little buzz already on the internet, just making little videos, rapping in the camera, you know what I'm saying? And I caught a little buzz. I was already on World Star and all that around that time. I ain't had no money, it was just some videos I was doing. I had a little buzz. And it was like when I was up there working, the girl came up there, she saw me working, and she was like, "You baby Soulja?" And I was like, man, this ain't no good feeling, dog. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't need to be doing this. You feel me? Like, people noticing me and all this, they already probably thought I was on when they seen the videos on, you know what I'm saying? And they see me working.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, that wasn't no good feeling, man. So that was one of the craziest things that happened at the job.
Now, I forgot to ask this. I want to talk about your parents. When your father passed, he died of the brain hemorrhage?
Right, he thought his brain started bleeding.
Is that something that came out of nowhere, or is it something like
Nah, my man.
a health issue that he always had?
My daddy knew he had that, but you know, being just a street nigga, I ain't gonna say just a street nigga, I say a man, period. A lot of times, if we know something wrong with our body, rather it's something small, we don't like to go to no hospital, you feel me? If we feel good, that's all we straight. I ain't finna, you feel me? That's how I always been. But you know what I'm saying, that's how he was, man. He knew, you know what I'm saying, but that's what it was. He felt good. He didn't want to go, you know what I'm saying, stay getting checked out and this and that. He just kept living, doing his thing, you feel me? And it caught up with him.
So were you surprised when that was the cause of his death, or no, that was maybe something that was expected? Not right then and right there, but eventually that's something.
Nah, it was surprising because I always thought my daddy was going to end up dying by getting killed or something like that.
Gun violence or something like that.
So that's what I always thought. So that's how that was surprising. Like,
I see.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, how old were you when your parents separated? Because you said there was a stepfather that came into your life as well.
My mom and my real daddy separated years ago. But my stepdad, he been around forever, you feel me? And I call him my real daddy. The only reason I be saying my stepdaddy is for the people who know that my real daddy dead. So I don't want to be confused, like if I say my daddy when I'm talking about my stepdaddy, and they be like, I thought your daddy was dead. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, I say that. But yeah, my stepdaddy, he been around, man. But yeah, my mom and my real daddy, they separated years ago.
So you have a good relationship with your stepfather and your mom still?
Yeah, great, man. They the best people ever, man. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, you feel me? For real. I do everything for them. And my mom always tell me, it ain't about us, you need to do it for you. You need to do it for you feel me? But that's what I do it for. I do it for them, man, because if it wasn't for them, for real.
They're still together.
Right.
What do you think their secret is of staying together and being a couple?
God, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Believing in God, and you know what I'm saying, and being closer to him. Like once you closer to God, you know what I'm saying, he gonna bring y'all closer. So that's what that is right there.
Now, in regards to your upbringing, it sounds like you've been through a lot. But what
Right.
is something you put your parents through? In regards to your parents, what's the worst thing you put them through? Was it going to jail? Was it something else?
Just putting my mom and them through stress and worrying, period. Running away from home, they don't know where I'm at. And every time the phone rang, my mama scared because she thinking she just hoping she ain't finna get no call saying her baby done got killed or something like that. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff, man. My mama done found guns in the house, all kind of stuff, drugs in the house. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because I used to always tell my mama, you know what I'm saying, she used to be so worried when I'm in the streets, and I used to be like, Mom, it's not your life. If I die, you ain't dying. If I die, you ain't gonna die. You feel me? I used to always say that. So why you worried about it? That's what I used to always say. I used to always say that, dog, until I got older and my little brother did the same thing I was doing. And I came to my mom, I'm like, man, Mom, I be, cause I don't get scared and you know what I'm saying, things like that. I'm like, Mom, I'm scared for him. I'm scared for him, you know what I'm saying? Every time he leave the house, he run away. We don't know where he at, you feel me? And I'm like, God, not even thinking about what I used to tell my mom. Not even thinking about what I used to do. I'm like, man, every time he leave, I be worried, I don't know. And the boys he round, I know they ain't for him. And my mama say, you remember what you told me years ago? And I say, what? She say, remember you used to say if something happened to you, it ain't gonna be you, it's gonna be me, and this and that. You get what I'm saying? She just basically said the same thing I said. And I looked at her and then she just smiled. She said, now you see how I felt. You feel me? That was crazy.
How many siblings did you have?
My mama got 5 children. But I got a lot of brothers and sisters, and all on my dad's side and my mama's side.
Where do you fit on the ladder? Towards the top, the oldest, middle,
No, I'm
youngest?
the oldest on my mama's side, but not on my dad's side.
Mix of brothers and sisters?
Yeah,
Half and half, or more brothers, more sisters?
I got more brothers.
Anybody else in your family raps aside yourself, or just you?
Yeah, my little sister, she rap and sing. Everybody got talent, you feel me? But you know what I'm saying, my brothers on my dad's side, they don't really take it serious, you feel me? You know, they doing other things, you know what I'm saying? They still out too. But my little sister, man, she been a part of my journey for a long time, Miss Barbie. She been a part of my journey, you feel me? So she, I had to shout her out, cause if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't even be where I'm at, cause she really was the beginning of everything that started with me, you feel me?
Have you guys collabed?
Yeah, we done collabed a lot.
What does your family think about your rap career?
Oh, they excited, man. They love it, you feel me? Because my mom and them always seen it in me. So it's like for me to actually let go of the streets and, well, I ain't gonna say the streets completely let go, but for me to stop doing a lot of things that I was doing in the streets and focus on my music, it make them so happy, you feel me?
Were your parents supportive right away, or did they have to warm up to it?
Off rip. They were supportive before I was supportive of myself. For real. Straight up.
Have they seen you perform?
Yeah.
What's their reaction?
It was at my first performance.
What'd they think?
Just to look at my mama, because my first performance, I was so I was nervous. Even though I had all my homeboys with me, you know what I'm saying, I had everybody with me, it was still a nervous feeling, you feel me? Like, dang, how the crowd gonna feel me? But just to see, like, while you on stage and to see your parents right there watching you smiling, like, it make you block out everybody else and just focus on them, and that's what made me happy.
We talked about a variety of subjects in regards to your upbringing, but overall speaking, what's your message to the youth? What would you tell them today?
Man, listen to your, I'm gonna say not only parents, not only listen to your parents, listen to anybody that's telling you something right. You feel me? You gonna know when it's right. So, you know what I'm saying? Listen to anybody that's telling you something right. For real. Because ain't nothing in these streets, dog. Ain't nothing out here for real. Nothing out here, dog, but death. In jail, you feel me? Simple. That's all you gonna get out of it. So do the right thing, man. Finish school. You ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody, dog. You feel me? Nobody. Nobody, dog. Prove something to yourself. Prove yourself that you could make it. You feel me? Prove, cause you might not even know it, but you got the power. You feel me? You might got the power. You probably don't even know you got the power to do right and make all your homeboys who been doing wrong, even the ones you looked up to, which caused you to do wrong, you got the power to make them do right, and you don't even know it. So do right. You feel me?